Taylor, founder and CEO of the Business Vision and Development Center. And if it's Monday morning, it's time for bagels and business for breakfast. Welcome back to our channel. But if you're new here, we're all about helping entrepreneurs from underserved communities access the resources, funding, and support they need to build thriving businesses. Today, I'm doing something a little different. I'm giving you a real, unfiltered review of the Amber Grant for Women. I actually applied for this grant myself, and I want to share my honest experience, the good, the challenging, and everything in between. If you're a woman entrepreneur looking for funding, especially if you're coming from an underserved community, like many of us here, this video is for you. So let's dive in. But first, if you find this helpful, please hit that like button, share it with another woman entrepreneur who needs to see this, and subscribe for more grant reviews and funding opportunities. All right, so let's start with the basics. What exactly is the Amber Grant? The Amber Grant was created in memory of Amber Wigdall, a young woman who died before she could fulfill her entrepreneurial dreams. Her family started this grant to help other women achieve what Amber couldn't. So here's how it works. Every month, they award $10,000 to one woman-owned business. That's the initial grant phase. Then at the end of the year, they choose one of those monthly winners to receive an additional $25,000, bringing the total to $35,000 for that annual winner. That's the full grant phase. Now, what I love about this from an underserved community perspective is that they explicitly welcome all women-owned businesses. Whether you're just starting out or you've been in business for years, whether you're a solo entrepreneur or have a team, they're not looking for a specific industry or business size. So let me tell you about my experience applying, because I think this is what you really want to know. First, the logistics. There is an application fee, $15. Now, I know for some of us in underserved communities, even $15 can be a consideration when you're bootstrapping and every dollar counts. I want you to keep that in mind as we walk through the pros and the cons. It took me about 30 minutes to complete the application. That's actually pretty reasonable compared to some grants that can take hours or even days. What they actually ask for are 4 main points, and it's broken down into 2 blocks. Block 1 includes organizational background and motivation. They want to know about you and why you're doing this business. This is where your passion needs to shine. Number 2, the story behind your business. This is huge. They really want to understand your journey. For those of us from underserved communities, this is where you get to share the real story, the struggles, the barriers you've overcome, and what drives you. And then third, your opportunities and challenges. Be honest here. What doors are opening for you? What obstacles are in your way? They want to see that you're realistic and strategic. So now there's block 2. So I want you to visualize this. As you go through the application, you have open block that's going to ask you 3 questions. And now the block underneath it is block 2. And this is where you break down how you'd use the money. You need to think about both the $10,000 initial phase and what you do if you won the full $25,000. Be specific and strategic here. The application itself is pretty straightforward. No complex financial statements required for the initial application, which is refreshing. Now, let's talk about the pros of the Amber Grant, especially from an underserved community perspective. Pro number 1, low barrier to entry. Unlike many grants, you don't need a perfect credit score, years of financial statements, or a fancy business degree. They're focused on your story, your vision, and your plan. For women from underserved communities who might not have traditional credentials or access to capital, this levels the playing field. Pro number 2, monthly opportunities. They award a grant every single month. That means 12 chances a year plus the annual grand prize. You're not waiting for one annual deadline. You can apply when you're ready. Pro number 3, quick application. 30 minutes of your time is manageable. Some grants require 20-page proposals that take weeks to complete. This respects that you're busy running a business. Pro number 4, unrestricted funding. If you win, you can use that money for what your business actually needs, whether that's inventory, marketing, equipment, hiring help, or keeping the lights on. They trust you know what's best. Pro number 5, story-centered approach. For those of us from underserved communities, our stories are often our superpower. The Amber Grant values your narrative, your journey, and your why. That's powerful when traditional funding sources may overlook this. And pro number 6, no repayment required. This is a grant, not a loan. You don't have to pay it back, and you don't give up any equity in your business. That $10,000 or $25,000 is yours. Now let's keep it real. Here are the cons you need to consider. Con number 1, that $15 might seem small, but it adds up if you're applying for multiple grants or if you're applying in multiple months. For entrepreneurs bootstrapping on tight budgets, this can be a barrier. There's no fee waiver option that I'm aware of. Con number 2, high competition. Thousands of women apply every month. The odds are tough. You're competing against entrepreneurs from all backgrounds, industries, and experience levels. Don't put all your eggs in this basket. Con number 3, limited feedback. If you don't win, you won't get detailed feedback on why or how to improve your application. That can be frustrating when you're trying to learn and grow. Con number 4, smaller grant amounts. While $10,000 or even $25,000 is wonderful, it might not be enough to truly scale a business or address major challenges. Think strategically about whether this amount aligns with your actual needs. Con number 5, marketing considerations. If you win, they will feature your business in their marketing. For most, this is great exposure, but be aware that your story becomes public. If you value privacy or have safety concerns, I want you to consider this. Con number 6, there's no guarantee of support beyond funding. You'll get money if you win, but don't expect ongoing mentorship, networking, or business support. Some grants come with wraparound services. This one is primarily financial. So here's my honest take on whether you should apply. You should apply if you can afford the $15 fee without financial stress. You have 30 minutes to dedicate to a thoughtful application. You have a compelling story about your business journey. You have a clear plan for how you'd use the 10K or 25K. You're comfortable with multiple funding strategies, and you're okay with your business being featured publicly if you win. You should think twice if the $15 fee feels like a financial burden right now. You're looking for guaranteed funding or high odds of success. You need extensive feedback and mentorship, not just money. You need a much larger grant amount to make real progress, or you're not comfortable sharing your business story publicly. My biggest advice, if you apply, do it as part of a broader funding strategy. Apply for multiple grants, explore loans, consider crowdfunding, look into community lending circles, and check out other resources. Don't wait on any single opportunity. Look, the Amber Grant is a legitimate opportunity, and I'm genuinely glad it exists. For the right entrepreneur at the right time, it could be life-changing money. But from an underserved community perspective, I want us to be strategic, informed, and realistic about every opportunity we pursue. Your time, your money, and your energy are valuable. Again, if you found this helpful, please like this video, share it with another woman entrepreneur who needs to see it, and subscribe to our channel for more honest reviews of grants, funding sources, and business resources. If you need personalized help with grant applications or developing your business, visit us at www.thebvdcenter.org or email us at info@thebvdcenter.org. We are here to support you. Remember, you are capable. Your business matters. Your community needs what you're building. Keep going, and I'll see you in the next video. Like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss a thing.